Good morning in the Americas, good evening in Asia, good afternoon in Europe and Africa. It's exactly 4 p.m. here in Nairobi, time for Citizen TV Briefs. My name is Jamie Mbogo. Let's get you informed on some of the stories making headlines across the country. Now, former Interior CS Dr. Fred Matiang'i has downplayed talk of a rift within the opposition. Speaking in Nakuru, where he held a meeting with Jubilee grassroots leaders, Matiang'i called for patience and discipline. He expressed optimism that the opposition will remain united with the proper organizational structures that have been put in place. His sentiments come at a time when talk is rife over his missing in the Kajiado Meet the People tour by the opposition leaders.
So I wouldn't jump at things or make conclusions or speak about this or that. The arguments you see are actually good if you look at them from a positive point of view. Just imagine we were in a country where the thinking of one person rules the day and is the way everyone goes. And from time to time we will have differences of opinions, then arguments, then we will sit around the table and call each other together, speak to each other as brothers and sisters, resolve them, and identify the development challenges we have to face and do for our people.
Now, former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has called out some of the presidential aspirants in the country for engaging in boardroom meetings and social media campaigns instead of mobilizing support from the grassroots, saying Kenyans will not elect them. Speaking when he handed over nomination certificates to DCP candidates for the November 27th by-election, Gachagua hit out at the leaders who he accuses of waiting for endorsements instead of campaigning for themselves.
Kwanza kwa niaba ya party
is about political mobilization. Many people may want to spend a lot of time in hotels and boardrooms discussing theories. I am a very experienced politician who have delivered 2 presidents to this country, and I know how to make a president. There is no president you'll make in a boardroom. Presidents are made in the field. So, sisi ni watu ya mashinani. And you must go and mobilize people and inspire them. And you must have content. People must remember what you say 1 month down the line. That is how you become a president. Unajua mimi naona watu wako na mastori mingi. Ati unafikiri ukiweka picha ya mtu ate kwa social media he can be president. Ati unaweka picha the 6th. That cannot make you president. You must go out there and mobilize numbers.
And still in politics, the Kenya African Union National Chairman, that is Gideon Moi, will contest in the forthcoming Baringo senatorial by-election on November 27, 2025. Through a statement, KANU formally announced that following an intensive consultation and deliberations and consensus within the party and with the people of Baringo, our national chairman, Honorable Gideon Moi, has been nominated as the party's candidate for the forthcoming Baringo senatorial by-election, and that Gideon Moi remains committed to running a people-driven campaign anchored in inclusivity, accountability, and service to all. KANU is calling upon its supporters across Baringo County at large to rally behind its chairman as it embarks on the crucial journey. The announcement coming days after President William Ruto's party, United Democratic Alliance, that is UDA, unveiled Vincent Kiprono Chemitei of Mochogi Ward, Baringo South, as its candidate after clinching the primary contest. And away from politics now, the Africa Instituted Churches Kenya chapter has asked the government to review its policies and provide a solution to the socio-economic crisis affecting the country. The clergy emphasized the need to address the high cost of living and economic hardship while calling for quick action to address shortcomings, corruption in public institutions, and the ongoing lecturer strike, which has paralyzed learning in public universities. The clergy also called on Kenyans to register as voters.
The cost of living remains unbearable for ordinary Kenyans, particularly the poor and vulnerable. Families are struggling to meet daily needs with food, healthcare, education, sweeping beyond reach.
We are saying that Kenya is at a turning point. We must therefore choose the path of justice, peace, and accountability. We call upon leaders to act selfishly, institutions to serve faithfully, and as citizens to engage responsibly in the nation building.
OIC Kenya reaffirms the need for genuine national dialogue to address political tension, ethnic polarization, and widening inequalities. Dialogue must be inclusive, bringing together the government, opposition, civil society, faith communities, religious leaders, and the people. Kenya's future depends on the unity in diversity.
You will now be able to access emergency care service for free under the Social Health Authority. According to SHA CEO Dr. Mercy Mwangangi, the authority plans to establish a national ambulance dispatch center which will ensure that all Kenyans, whether registered under SHA or not, will have timely response to emergencies. SHA will reimburse the cost of ambulance evacuation as well as pay for any services received within the first 24 hours.
Get to the emergency department. The hospital then will be mandated to provide you with emergency care for 24 hours. SHA will pay for that service for 24 hours. Thereafter, it then becomes important for you to be a paid-up shift member, so then SHA can come in and take care of the remnant costs after 24 hours on a co-charging mechanism. And so it's very, very important that all Kenyans understand, yes, the evacuation is free, conducted by government. Yes, the first 24 hours are free for you as a Kenyan. However, after 24 hours, there will be two pathways you follow. If you are a shift paid-up member, shift will kick in. If you are not a shift paid-up member, you will have to get into your pocket and pay cash for services after 24 hours.
Now to education matters, where Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Ogamba has urged striking lecturers through their union, that is OASU, to engage the Salaries and Remuneration Commission and agree on the actual amount owed before the ministry can process the payment. The CS said, according to SRC, university staff are owed only 624 million shillings and not the 7.9 billion shillings claimed by OASU. The commission clarifies that the disputed 7.2 billion under the 2017 to 2021 collective bargaining agreement was already factored into annual salary increment during the agreement's implementation period. Speaking during the launch of the 2025 National Examination and Assessment season, Ogamba urged lecturers to suspend the strike and engage in meaningful dialogue.
Kenya shillings 4.3 billion that was for immediate release for the period of October 2024 up to and including June 2025. This amount has been fully settled. Secondly, 2.73 billion for the financial year 2025-2026. This tranche has also been disbursed between the months of July and September 2025. Number 3, 2.73 billion for the financial year 2026-2027, which will be settled in the coming financial year as scheduled, that is July 2026.
And still on education matters, where the Kenya National Examination Council has warned the public against falling victim to fake question paper leakage, saying strict measures have been put in place to deliver transparent and credible national exams. Next, CEO Dr. David Njegere said the council has enhanced security by continuing with double collection of KCSE papers, installing 25 more storage containers, and personalizing question papers to eliminate marking bias.
NEC conducted a pilot study in 265 sampled schools countrywide in July 2024, that's last year. The report of that pilot informed the preparation of KJSEA sample papers, which were shared in all junior schools through the CBA portal in January this year. So anyone who is selling those papers and telling Kenyans that this is a leaked exam. Please don't waste your money on those kind of papers.
Has released over 282,940 teachers as center managers, supervisors, and invigilators. We have equally recalled all our field officers who are on leave so that they facilitate this examination process.
Now, Kenyan police officer Kennedy Mutuku, who died while serving in Haiti, was laid to rest in an emotional ceremony at his home in Katua, Kalama Sub-County in Machakos County. Remembered as a courageous and dedicated officer, Nzuve was mourned by family, colleagues and national leaders. His daughter Prudence, who was preparing for her KCSE exam, paid tribute to her father as a caring figure who brought light to the community. Now, the solemn burial was marked by a 21-gun salute as officers and leaders paid their last respects. Deputy Inspector General of Police Gilbert Masengeli described Nzuve as a selfless officer. Nzuve was an only child in his family and is survived by his wife and 2 children.
I'm grateful for the time God allowed us to be together. My companion, father of my 2 children, even in death, you will still be my guardian angel, my guardian light. Rest his Kennedy.
To me, he was the best dad I could ever ask for. His death was unexpected. But one thing for sure is that I will forever cherish him and talk about him. I will always believe that you are with the angels watching and protecting us.
He was diligent. He was devoted. He was sacrificial, and maybe that is why he died. He died yearning for peace wherever he was. Peace of the people of Haitians.
You don't look into death over somebody so that you can compensate. Lakini in the unfortunate case it happens. Kama hii ilitendeka akiwa kwa harakati ya kazi, ni vizuri hiyo compensation ikue. Ndio at least hao watoto wasome. Ikiwa ni mama alikuwa na kazi yake ama anafanya kazi, at least yakue mahali na aendelee mbele. I don't look into death over somebody so that you can compensate. Lakini in the unfortunate case it happens. Kama hii ilitendeka akiwa kwa harakati ya kazi, ni vizuri hiyo compensation ikue. Ndio at least hao watoto wasome. Ikiwa ni mama alikuwa na kazi yake ama anafanya kazi, at least yakue mahali na aendelee mbele. I think hiyo ombi is not hard to ask.
Now, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission has launched a campaign to woo youthful Kenyans to register as voters. Speaking at Pwani University during the launch of the campaign, Assistant Registration Officer for Kilifi North, Abdul Mohammed, said the unique launch led by activist and comedian Eric Omondi is meant to draw more Gen Zs. Omondi noted that the campaign will tour universities nationwide to encourage youth to register and make their voices count in the next election. The launch comes amidst concerns among a section of the youth about the transparency of the 2027 election.
Vijana wengi hawajitokezi. Kwanza kwa mfano acha nijichukilie mimi, rafiki wangu nimemwambia kuja twende tuchukue kura, akaniambia naogopa kuskaniwa macho kwa sababu aamini kwamba anaona ni kama akifanya hivyo itatokea ile wizi itatokea na haitakuwa fair. Wengine waamini, wanajua tu bado corruption itakuwa.
Mimi naambia wajitokeze kwa wingi, na kitu cha pili, sisi hii nchi ni yetu. Nchi inaongoza, si viongozi wanaongoza bali ni wananchi. So mimi ningependa kuwaambia wajitokeze kwa wingi na wana haki wa kufanya maamuzi yao inapokuja wakati wa uchaguzi.
What is happening is that Eric Omondi amechukua initiative ya go around the country to all the Kenyan universities and colleges kuhakikisha kwamba vijana wamechukua kura. Wataki kwetu wanasemanga ati my youth majenzi hawatapiga kura. 65% of Kenyans are young people. Na sasa nikarealize our young people kuwa collect pamoja ni ngumu sana. Kuwaita pamoja ni ngumu sana. So we are starting from Pwani University.
Tulianza shughuli ya kusajili wapiga kura kuanzia Jumatatu tarehe 29. Siku ya kwanza namba zilikuwa ni kidogo, ilikuwa si za kuridhisha hivyo, lakini leo tumekuja Pwani University kushirikiana na stakeholders. Wametuita, wametuomba, wakatualika tukakuja hapa. So far namba za leo tunasema ni za kuridhisha, japo bado ziko chini, lakini si kama siku ya kwanza.
Now, President William Ruto has appointed John Cox Loriano Coe as Registrar of Political Parties for a term of 6 years. In a Gazette notice dated 3rd October 2025, the head of state similarly appointed Agatha Wanjiko Wahome to be an Assistant Registrar of Political Parties for a term of 6 years. Clarice Owor Ogonga has been appointed the chairperson of the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights for a similar period of 6 years, while Anthony Mwaniki Mushiri Florence Chepngetich Bore, Lucy Kirudhu, Henry Wambuma, Abdi Rashad, Salat Abdile Joseph Musioka Masila, Edwin Afande, Jane Jepkori Toroitich, and Judy Kiara Nkumiri have been appointed to High Commissioner, Ambassadors and Consul General in Kenya's foreign mission. President Ruto, who convened a high-level meeting with principal secretaries to prepare for the nationwide rollout of the business support program of the Nyota project, asked Kenyans to be patient as he delivers on his pre-election promises.
The result of us being deliberate about doing something about employment, empowerment, and engagement with young people. We have made a deliberate program, unlike before, to look out for opportunities for us to place young people in places where they can either get experience, they can get training, they can get on-job experience as we are talking.
So the interventions, we are targeting on improving youth employability, expanding employment opportunities, supporting youth savings, strengthening youth employment system, capacity and project management. We are enhancing youth entrepreneurs, access to market through digital, AGPO and EGP training, and then provision of e-commerce platform to ensure sustainability and scalability.
Now, Ramogi FM has celebrated its 22nd anniversary in style. Presenters converged at the Ramogi studios here in Nairobi to mark the remarkable milestone. Deputy Head of Radio Ruth Otieno commended loyal listeners for keeping the station at top, that is at the top since its inception, thanking fans for their unwavering support and promising even more engaging programs in the years ahead. Ramogi FM is among the 14 radio stations under the Royal Media Services stable that continues to inform, educate, entertain Kenyans across the country.
I want to say a big thanks to our fans. They've made it possible. Our directors, our programs director, Fred Afune. I want to say a very big thank you for the support, for the guidance and everything that is given us so that the station can reach here. Tunasema asante sana.
All right, that's all we have for you on Citizen TV Briefs at this hour. More details will be coming your way later on at 7 p.m. and at 9 p.m. Thank you for watching. My name is Jimmy Mbogo. Do have a lovely weekend ahead.